Welcome to this course on how to protect your data by building your own secure private cloud using Synology Network Attached Storage or NAS devices. Everyone these days seems to talk about the cloud and how great it is. The common belief is that all of your personal data is secure and that no one else can view it. However, even though your data may be encrypted in transit, that is, while being transferred from your network to the final cloud location, very few people stop to consider that your data is either not encrypted at rest, that is, on disk in the cloud, or if it is, you don't usually have the ownership of the encryption keys, and so it is actually not secured from everyone else at all. Unless you have ownership of the encryption keys and no other copies exist, even if the data is encrypted at rest, other people who you don't know at the hosting company will have complete access to the data and will be able to provide this data to other people, for example the authorities, as requested. You don't need to have any illegal information or files for this to be of concern to you. You just need to want to keep your personal information private. In general, even though I have nothing illegal personally, I don't want my family photos or personal data to be looked after by someone else who I don't know and whom I don't trust. What happens if the cloud company that is storing your data is compromised and all your data is stolen? Do you want your personal family photos available to everyone on the internet? The way you can get around this is by taking control of your data and storing it securely within your own premises. This way, you can store your data with a military-grade encryption at your own house. If your house is burgled and the burglar takes your data, it is encrypted and it can't be viewed, so it is worthless to them. Having your data stolen during a burglary is obviously a problem since your data has been taken. However, all we need to do is to have a second storage device located at, for example, a friend or family member's house. You simply have automatically scheduled encrypted backups from your house to their house each night, or at frequent intervals. So if the storage device is stolen during a burglary, all you would need to do is to restore the data from the storage device located at your friend or family member's house, and you have your data back again. This is also the same for ransomware attacks. If your local data is locked by a virus, you can simply delete it and restore back from a previous version. The data located at your friend's house should be completely encrypted and only you should own the key. This means that your friend would never be able to actually see what data you had on the storage device at their house, without a copy of the key themselves. And if you wanted, they could do the same thing and back up their data to your house. It would be a win-win situation. You both have encrypted data synchronized with an off-site storage device encrypted both in transit and at rest. It would even be possible to share the same two devices. That is, the remote device for you is their primary device, and your primary device is their remote device. And you both have your own set of encryption keys for data security. You don't share the keys with each other, so you only have access to your own data, and your backups stay private even when located on your friend or family member's NAS. Having your own storage devices means you no longer have to pay for cloud storage fees. Of course, some cloud storage providers charge no money for a small amount of data, for example 5 gigabytes. However, the storage devices that you can build and maintain at your own home can easily be over 10 terabytes each. The running costs don't increase with more storage. You would obviously have to pay for internet costs, but these days, most people already have an internet connection, and you would just need to make sure you have enough data on your plan since backups will be copied each night, and can be quite large. These backups would be at what we call block level, so it would only be transferring the changes that have occurred since the last backup, and not the whole amount of data each night. Another point that you would have to consider is that a lot of people now have surveillance cameras on their premises. You would want to have the video and photo footage from these stored at a remote location. The first thing that a burglar would do after they have turned off your power would be to take your storage device so that any video footage of them can be destroyed. However, It is possible to have real-time replication between your storage devices, so that if they did take the storage device, the remote storage device should already have a copy of the video, which of course they have no idea of where it resides. You also have to consider local export policies or laws. For example, in Queensland, Australia, where I'm located, it is not legal to store CCTV footage outside of the country. When you store your data with a cloud provider, you have no way of actually enforcing that your data stays within your own country, and you could easily be breaking the law by exporting your video footage across borders. With a Synology NAS, it is possible to sync your data between your computer and mobile device using Synology apps in a secure way. You can also share your data, or even just selected files, with whomever you choose, either by granting them access to a folder or just a single file. So in summary, you can't really trust that your storage hosting provider cannot access your data. Your storage hosting provider may provide access to this data to governments and authorities without your permission. With your own storage, you can control your own security keys so that only you can access your data. You can save money on storage hosting costs by maintaining your own storage device. You can share your data with whoever you want to access it, if anyone. You can send CCTV footage off-site to another Synology NAS, real time. You can back up your data to your local Synology NAS and also replicate the backups encrypted to another Synology NAS located off-site. This course is about owning and maintaining your own private cloud using relatively inexpensive hardware. It is about controlling your own data, keeping it safe and secure. It is also about building a personal redundant storage with off-site backups so you can easily restore your data if something goes wrong with your main storage and backups. It is also about being able to access your data while on the go through mobile devices. And lastly, it is about being able to share selected data with whoever you choose as long as they have internet access, in a safe and secure way.